say 2 days, 1 week?
A day. We'd move them in all on the same day.
All on the same day?
Everyone that moves in will be on the same day.
And I understand you guys have a criminal psychologist on the team?
Yeah.
政府包租咧，好處咧就係咧冇空租期啦，所有水電煤咧都係佢哋去包晒啦，一般嘅維修咧都係嗰個營運商去就係負責嘅。咁意味住咧就係咧每個月1號咧你就準時收租啦，亦都唔驚咧會有租霸。咁業主咧亦都可以同營運商簽一個長啲合約啦，大概係5至7年度啦。咁合約裏邊咧亦都可以咧列明咧就係第2年或者第3年度咧就加幾多%嘅租，就跟翻咧市場嗰個嘅租金咧而定嘅。
好啦，呢個係一個4房嘅 housing association 嘅 flat 啦。咁呢度有一個 communal space 啦，咁放佢哋去呢度食嘢啊，同埋呢個 dining 啦。廚房咧就喺呢邊。咁係啦，咁呢度咧就係佢哋會係一齊去煮嘢食啦。咁佢哋有啲你見到佢啲餐具，呢啲全部都係佢哋會 share 嘅。咁我哋會 provide 埋呢啲嘅餐具啊俾佢哋嘅。咁佢哋一入邊咧，佢哋就係可以住㗎啦。咁呢個洗手盤係 interesting 啦，但係你睇下呢個廚房嘅洗手盤先 ，OK？ 嗱，呢個洗手盤點解 interesting 咧？嗱，因為咧我哋呢個即係當然係最低成本去做一件事啦。咁所以咧呢個咧係一個 standard size 嘅洗手盤，所以咧成個咧都係啤出嚟膠嘅 ，OK？ 咁咧就即係個師傅簡單嚟講，就要開個窿，跟住買呢一個現成嘅拍落去，咁就最平最方便就做到㗎啦 ，OK？ 咁睇埋廁所。廁所咧都係好 standard 嘅啫，咁就呢個已經係靚少少嘅啦，呢個廁所，因為咧點解呢個廁所靚啲咧？一睇咧，通常地板咧，我哋知道如果係膠嘅地板咧就平啲，呢啲咧係磚嚟嘅，呢啲係磚嚟嘅，咁所以咧係會係即係耐用啲啦，咁個業主就擺多少錢喺呢個廁所呢度啦。呢啲牆都係啦，如果我哋係最平嘅做法咧，就係咧之前嘅 video 講嘅用膠板去做嚇，咁呢個咧佢就整靚咗，係 luxury 少少嘅啦呢個廁所。So with this property, so we're having a tenants moving in next week.
Yeah.
Usually, how long does it take for for you guys to fill up a house or find tenants?
No time at all. The waiting list doesn't leave much time for them to wait. As soon as it's ready, we get them straight in.
Right. So say 2 days, 1 week.
A day. We'd move them in all on the same day.
All on the same day.
Everyone that moves in will be on the same day.
So basically, when the house is completed with all the furniture is in, and then 2 days later, same day, they will.
Yeah.
They will.
As long as we know everything's okay. So like with this one, because we knew you were coming to view, we held it off a little bit.
Yeah.
But now we know that everything's in and ready. As
Yeah.
soon as we've got staff available with nothing booked in, it'll be all booked in for the same day. We just give them a time slot on that day and they come and move in.
Right. Okay. And could you explain a little bit to some of our Hong Kong audience what is supported living? What does it mean to host supported living?
So supported living is mainly for people that need support with day-to-day things.
Okay.
So it could be as little as helping them get a bank account set up, GP appointments, managing medication, money, everything.
Wow.
People need support on so many different levels. Some of them cleaning, some of them need help with cleaning rooms.
Right.
It's just every individual is different.
Okay.
They've got a range of complex needs between them and it just varies really widely.
Right. So depending on the tenants, then you will help them with different assistance.
Different things, yeah.
Different
So
things.
some of them don't need any, it's just they need somewhere to start off with as a home, so
Right.
then they can then move forward and start bidding on their own property.
Okay.
But some of them do need quite
Right.
a lot more support than others. It
Right.
is just individual cases.
Right. And I understand you guys have a criminal psychologist on the team.
Yeah.
Is that right? So how does Isabel, right?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. So
Yeah.
how does Stephanie fit in to this whole picture? And
She's
helping?
the care manager, so she's in charge of what members of staff will go to what property, who's going to be under whose care.
Right.
She'll do the referrals, she's in charge of the evictions if there ever is any.
Right.
She does a lot of the on-call work as well, so she'll be contactable 24 hours a day.
Right.
She's kind of the one that holds it all together.
All together.
Yeah, keeps it
Right.
going, yeah.
And then sometimes psychiatrists they will or professionals will refer tenants to you guys. Is that how it works?
Yeah, it can be any sort of professional. It could be someone that works in a housing office. It could be someone that works in the homelessness office, a doctor, anything.
Right. Okay. What's the most difficult tenants that you guys have to house? And let's give the most interesting and most difficult
because
for you guys to help them out.
Because Stephanie pre-vets them all, we only take on ones that we know we can manage.
Okay.
But you couldn't say who's more difficult because someone that appears is quite easy to handle could turn out to be the one that causes the most issues. It's an individual person. You can't say how they're gonna behave or react. You just can't.
Right.
You can't say.
Right. Sometimes you have some single moms. That's I remember.
Not at the moment. No, it is something we're looking into, but not at the moment. It's usually just single persons at the moment.
Right. So for single moms, what additional help would you need to bring them up to support them?
Single moms that have children in their care.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't house them in HMOs with these room sizes.
Right.
They'd need ensuite facilities. They'd need cooking area. You go into a whole different area.
So you need a bigger space for them.
Yeah, and you need someone that's on site a lot more than the weekly visits because they do and will need a lot more support.
Would you need nurses?
No, not necessarily, no. They'd have their own nurses and if it's a newborn they'd have a midwife that'd come out and attend to see them.
Okay.
But you'd need somewhere that's got a lot of communal space to facilitate that.
I understand.
So that the nurses can come in and check and spend time.
So the space is bigger.
Yeah.
The ensuite toilets need to be on their own.
Yeah.
Public communal space needs to be.
It'd be essentially like a little mini flat each that they'd need within the same building, which, as you know, you couldn't, in some of these rooms, you couldn't get a baby cot comfortably in, and it wouldn't be feasible.
Got it. Okay. Interesting. Anything else? Oh, good.
You put me on the spot with that.
Yeah. Hey, see, that's the best part, right? Okay.
50萬可以做啲乜嘢？原來可以已經買到英國你嘅第一個投資物業㗎啦。用50萬，如果你買股票嚟講咧，你一定係會心驚膽跳。但係喺英國，其實咧，你已經可以開始打造到咧你嘅投資組合㗎啦。大家好，我係 Hubert，80後，一個專業英國物業投資者。我打造咗一個2小時嘅投資課程，同大家講解咧英國物業咧入邊一區係應該買，入邊一區咧係唔可以買嘅。咁同埋會講一啲咧英國買樓嘅陷阱，同埋你點樣可以咧用英國物業做你嘅工具。去創造一啲嘅被動收入。click 下邊條 link 嚟我嘅免費分享會啦，唔好錯過啦！